So in this video, I thought it would be a good idea to clarify what exactly is a digital nomad, to look at how that fits in with a remote work lifestyle so that you have a good overview of what you're getting yourself into. So to start with, let's take a step back and look at the traditional way of working. A lot of us have been there. You may have had an office job or a trade job where you had to be at your place of work every day. And most of us would need to work a full-time 40-hour week in order to pay the bills and live a decent lifestyle. There are some pros to this. The obvious being you get to connect with your colleagues, build strong relationships, and have routine and consistency in your life. For a lot of people, this is a valuable thing that ticks a lot of boxes. The traditional way of working provides a purpose, a community, and a certainty in a very uncertain world. But on the other hand, when you factor in how much time it takes to get to your place of work, how long you're there for each day, and how little time you get away from your workplace each year, it can start to feel much less attractive. Up until recently, unless you ran your own business, for a lot of people there wasn't really an alternative. I know for me, when I went away on vacation to somewhere amazing like Thailand or Spain, I would feel so much more happy, present, and alive. And when those couple weeks were up, I'd get hit with the post-holiday blues. You know the ones I'm talking about. Realizing that I've used all my leave and it'll be another 6 to 12 months before I could go away again. Now, if like me, you're a traveler at heart, 1 or 2 small getaways a year barely satisfies that craving, and you're left kind of just working, waiting for that next trip. Then 2020 rolled around and everything changed. A lot of us were forced to work from home due to a global pandemic. This really changed the game and made a lot of companies rethink their ways of working. This also put the remote work lifestyle into the spotlight. A lot of the world was unable to travel all of a sudden, and people realized that travel is a privilege and we shouldn't take it for granted. So what is a digital nomad? Well, essentially it is someone who can work online and travel while they do it. Digital nomads tend to move around a lot because all they need is their laptop and a good internet connection to get their work done. There are a couple more things which we'll go over, but those are the essentials. We'll be looking into different ways of working remotely and the skills and best practices needed to do so effectively. The truth is, with hard work and the right tools, almost anyone can earn a living online. There are thousands of remote jobs in different industries, and the digital landscape is constantly changing and evolving to create new, well-paying jobs. What's more, countries around the world are now realizing the benefits of having digital nomads on their shores, and they are even giving multi-year visas and huge tax breaks in order to attract overseas talent like yourself, even in the form of a digital nomad. There are some common misconceptions about being digital nomads. That we're all influencers taking selfies on our Instagrams, jet setting from one exotic destination to the other, contributing little to society and buying locals out of their accommodation. While in some cases some of those things may be true, I believe the vast majority of remote workers are mature, caring individuals that have a curiosity about the world that they live in with their nomadic lifestyle. Sure, there are some downsides to being a nomad, like our individual and collective tourism impact. But I believe the pros of having nomads far outweighs the cons. Personally, when I travel, I like to volunteer some of my time to a charity or a local organization, maybe to help with a beach cleanup or something like that, and be aware of the products I'm buying and my impact. I believe that most of us are in the same boat when it comes to wanting to leave the world a little better than we found it. There are different types of remote work. Choosing the best fit for you comes down to your personal preference and lifestyle requirements. Companies will generally describe themselves as remote first in any of these categories. A fully remote worker can literally work from anywhere, even across different time zones and countries. This usually comes with the condition that you are within a reasonable time zone for your remote co-workers, so that you can all be online somewhat at the same time. Work is mainly completed async, meaning you work independently from each other. You will likely come together for regular weekly syncs. This is usually a live video or an audio call with the team to stay connected while you're working remotely. Some companies are more flexible than others with their async work, along with different job roles too. For example, if you work in a customer support role, it's likely you would need to clock in and clock out as you're being paid to be available to customers during, say, an 8-hour shift. But if you worked remotely in, say, marketing, your hours may be more flexible as results are based on your project deliverables. A lot of companies are adopting the hybrid remote work, and while they are still a remote first company, they also have central offices for workers to connect in person, which are more of a hot desk type situation. Workers are free to work from home as much or as little as they like, but they may be required to come into the office for the odd meeting or company event. This is my personal favorite way of working, as for me it provides the best of both the digital nomad and flexible work lifestyle, while still retaining those benefits of having a traditional office when you feel like it. When looking for a remote job, it's important to do your research on the company culture and their ways of working to see if it fits with the work-life balance that you're looking for. And that's about it. So I'll see you in the next one.